Fair use. Fair use.
Americans coming over here being nasty, doing nasty things, and being bad to the locals. Now, let me flip the fucking script, okay? Let's talk about the fact that we get abused over here, too. The thing about Ghana is stop crying victim. Stop crying victim, because y'all cheat us out of a lot of stuff. Y'all invited us to come home, which by the thousands we did. We came running to Ghana. People sold their homes, moved out of their apartments, sold everything. Some people packed up containers and moved over here just to get over here and realize this is not our home. Y'all call us foreigners. Ghanaians call us that. We didn't make that word up. We didn't start calling ourselves that. We don't know that that's what y'all call the white people and the Chinese because we're not around them. But we know that that's what y'all call us. I ain't never heard the word before, Tabi, till I came to Ghana. Okay. Y'all invite us home. Let's talk about what y'all do to us. Starting from the fucking before we get to the airport, we gotta have a visa that we pay for to even enter our home. We pay all this money for passports and visas to get here. We get to the airport, and as soon as you see a fucking blue passport, everybody's coming for us. Can you give me something small at the COVID place? You get to immigration. Can you give me something small? You get to baggage. Can you give me something small? A person grabbed a damn card and put my bag on it and got mad because I gave him $5 because I only had hundreds, because you come over here with hundreds to get the best, cash in rate. How about he looked at that and said, I don't want that. I said, what you mean you don't want it? I said, I want to know, what did you expect me to give you? He said, $10. I said, so you want me to give you over 100 CDs for picking up a bag, putting it in a cart? He don't know this is like my 5th time coming through the airport. I have never seen nowhere in any country or state where people have openly, it says $60 for foreigners, $30 for locals, okay? You go to Cocoon Park, and I don't remember the price. Let's say $200 for foreigners, because that's what y'all call us, $40 for locals. You go to the castle, it's $60 for foreigners, $10 for locals. Yeah, I ain't never seen that nowhere. I ain't never went nowhere in the U.S., Mexico, and Canada where it said you pay, if you a local, if you're from here, you pay $3 for a Coca-Cola, but if you're a foreigner, you pay $8 for a Coca-Cola. I ain't never seen that nowhere. Except Ghana. Nobody in the airport has ever asked me for no money for nothing. I have only seen that in Ghana. But let's talk about the fact that y'all welcomed us home and how this process looks to me. According to y'all, the ones of us that were stolen, so let's talk about the process of coming home. We got stolen from our mother, our birth mother and father. 20 years later, we're probably 26 years old now. Our mother finds us and she said, baby, y'all come home. I miss you. Come back home. Get out them streets where they don't love you at and come home. So we drive, take a taxi, however we get to our mother's address. We get there. But before she let us come to the door, she says, oh, welcome home. But before you come in, can you pay me $300 to enter the door? That's the visa to come home. So, okay, we happy to be home. So we paid $300 to our mother to step foot in her house because we're excited to be home to the motherland, okay? We get in there, and now it's dinner time. And she has plates on the table for the kids that grew up in the house, and she has a plate on the table for me and my sister who was stolen years ago. And she says, oh, my daughters, because you didn't grow up here, my children get to eat free that grew up here, but because you were stolen and you're just coming back, I have to charge you $20 for a plate. So me and my sister, we're so happy to be home. We're confused. We pay her $20 for a plate. Okay? That's the cocoon shit. That's y'all giving us different prices for shit, okay? Now we're at our mother's house, and we're enjoying being there. We see something's a little weird, but we enjoy being back home with our mother. All over this country, we decide we want to stay. And she goes, oh, you want to stay a little longer? You're going to have to pay me $1,000 every year to stay here. That's the residency. Now we're paying her for residency, even though she invited us home after we were stolen from her. Okay? Now we pay the residency. And then we decide, you know what, we want to get on the birth certificate. We kind of like it here. It's a little weird, but we comfortable enough to stay here. And she tells us, oh, in order for you to stay here, I have to put my name on your birth certificate. That's going to be $3,000 each, please. And then I will put your name on the birth certificate and you will become a family member. That's the citizenship. That's the citizenship. So how are we home if we got to pay y'all? Why aren't the visas free? If this is home, why don't you make this visa free for us? If this is home, why do we have to pay to be a resident? If this is home, why isn't our citizenship automatically given to us?
You have heard that?
Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rikakadash. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shah is the name of his only begotten Son, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Now, first of all, when it comes to melanated, dark-skinned people, we are all not the same. This is a narrative that the so-called white man, he created. See, he created that narrative. And I think it's Johann Blumenbach, the guy who created the race theory. See, he put people and characterized people on skin color. This is never, or that was never something that people even considered. They went off of your father's name and the name that your father, the nation that your father came from. That's what they went by. They didn't go by your appearance, because people was dealing with all kind of shades. It all depended on who your father was. They would ask you, where are you from? Who is your family? Now, when you go to Exodus 11:7, it say, but against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord do put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. Pretty much saying he put a difference between the Hamites and Israel and any dark-skinned so-called race who is not Israelites. It's a major difference. He don't put we are not the same. It's not no black people selling black people. Black people is again. See, that is a Johann Blumenbach. He came up with that crap. Some old decrepit so-called white man. See. Now then after that, when you go into what the lady was saying, they trying to go back over there to so-called Africa, which the UN and the United States is over there making sure that these people don't get out of line, monitoring them, making visits to them. Bill Clinton and all of these presidents and governors and Obama go over there and monitor what these people doing, making sure they not letting you Negroes go over there and try to start something. See, because the Lord is the Lord's operation. You're not getting out of your punishment. You can't go over there talking about you finna start some community and you gonna hide away from the punishments that your forefathers was given. He gonna call them so-called African, them Hamites, to kill your behind, or he gonna cause them to kick you up out of that land. Now, when you go into, let's see here, Leviticus, see, and this is what they had a movie called Them, and it was you seen how the spirit was following these people, following their bloodline, see, and they read Leviticus 25 in the movie, the Amazon Prime movie called Them, and it showed how this is a curse that the Lord has put on His people for a specific situation. And it's going to follow them no matter where they go. Now, he says here, let's see, let me start it at, let's see. Here we go. Eat people Okay, I'll start with 16 and say, I also will do this unto you. I will even appoint over you terror, consumption, and burning and ague that shall consume the eyes and cause sorrow of heart, and ye shall sow your seed in vain, and your enemy shall eat it. And I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies. They that hate you shall reign over you, and ye shall flee when none pursue you. See, you gonna be fleeing. People ain't even gonna be trying to pursue you, and you gonna be fleeing because you seeing the terror. Okay, and look at verse 21. He said, "And if you walk contrary unto me, and will not hearken unto me, I will bring 7 times more plagues upon you according to your sins." How are these 7 times more plagues is gonna come upon you? See, they gonna chase your behind down. Okay, it says here in 25 to get to the point. It say, "And I will bring a sword upon you that shall avenge the quarrel of my covenant. And when ye are gathered together within your cities, I will send a pestilence among you, and ye shall be delivered into the hand of the enemy." This is how the Lord was operating. See, in any war that's going on, the Lord is making this thing happen. But see, these Negroes thinking they're gonna run off and get away from the judgments of the Lord and go to another country and still worship the so-called white man. It's not gonna happen. This could what is it, Isaiah 30. This is talking about Babylon the Great America, but it also talking about trying to get away. It says, talking about the rebellious children of Israel. I want to start with verse 2. It says, "That want to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth." See, the Lord ain't told them to do it. "To strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame." See, you're going to go over there to them people country, and you're going to realize that they ready to sell you out, and they taking orders from the so-called white man, and they not going to let you come over there and prosper. "And the trust in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion." We left America. Y'all say we y'all brothers, and we came from y'all, and y'all accepting us back and calling us back. See, they just found out an opportunity to get some money. See, everybody finna use your behind to get rich, man, and you ain't getting away from that judgment. Okay, let's get verse 12. It said, "Wherefore thus says the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word." This is the first thing you messing with. You despising the word. The word didn't tell you to try to go flee and go somewhere, because you in slavery worldwide. Because you ain't going to be able to go back to your homeland, because the Lord ain't bringing you back there. It says, "And trust in the oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon." See, they hoping that they can go and run off and get away, and it's not going to happen. Look at verse 17 of Lamentations 4. It says, "As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us." See, there is no nation that's going to save you from the so-called white man. Why? Because he the one is in control of the whole world. See, all nations and tongues is worshiping him and bowing down to him, and in control of, and he is in control of them. See, and you ain't gonna run off to that nation so that nation can save you. You gonna run somewhere else, because you ain't nowhere you can run and nowhere you can hide. Look at Habakkuk 2:5. This is telling you now. He said, "Yeah, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death." Talking about the so-called white man. and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations and heap unto him all people. See, he over there with economic hitmans and all kind of ambassadors and embassies and all kind of stuff. When you go right over there to Kenya, they got a big old embassy with a military base. America is controlling them countries. A bunch of Negroes ain't running over there and saying we gonna get rid of this, get away from the so-called white man. It's not gonna happen. Look up the history of how them countries was developed. See, they was named after the colonizers. They all of these Edomites chopped up that landmass of so-called Africa, and they is controlling them people. They got them people under taxation, colonization. You got contracts and treaties and everything controlling them people, man. The French got about 13 nations that's paying them straight money, man. You're not going over there and getting away from nothing. The so-called white man was given the earth, the heavens and the earth, and he is going to rule until Yahweh shall come and take him off the throne. And you Negroes are not going to run away and hide from him. We going to go to Africa. The so-called white man ain't in control of us. We not his slave. Okay. There's no way you can run, Negro. This is not the Underground Railroad, and you're not going to get away. Let's get Revelation 13:7. It says, and it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. See, overcome everywhere they at in any country. He got a target on their head, and they ain't finna prosper and do nothing. It says, and power was given him over all kindreds, meaning mainly the Israelites, and tongues and nations. You're not gonna get around it. He is your slave master, and you gonna have to be up under him until the end. And this is what Deuteronomy 28, the last point of that curse. The last point of that curse, that's why that part is so important. It's even greater than the slave ship. It says, and the Lord shall bring you into Egypt again with ships. You're going to go into slavery with ships. That's going to be the beginning. It says, and by the way thereof I speak unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. See, you're not going to go to your homeland. See, it says, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondman and bondwoman, and no man shall buy you. No man gonna redeem you out of the hand of the so-called white man. See, because he not gonna let you go, because he using you like a bull, going around in a circle to power up another situation. He using you to get rich. He is not finna let you go. What is the world? Let's get Zechariah 11:5. He gonna let you go for. He says, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. You're not giving up your product, man. Once you give up your product, now you're going to give up your riches. And their own shepherds pity them not. This is you not going over there, even if them people was out and identifying with you as they peoples, they would be your shepherds, and they not gonna pity you to make some money off your behind, or to if the so-called white men get paranoid and say, "Oh, there's too many Negroes over here," y'all dismantle this situation. See, because that's what happened. They went over there, they trying to have conferences and stuff, and the so-called white men called the Negroes up on the phone. Hey, Hamites, you know what we were talking about in the UN. Y'all need to go ahead and gonna tell them Negroes going back where they came from. Go back to Babylon, because y'all, this is not where y'all need to be. And if they drag their feet, you tax them up the yin yang and try to harass they behind and kill them if you have to. See, this is what people don't understand. The Lord gave these people power, and you ain't gonna take it. See, Roman, let's go to the classic when it's time for them to obey the so-called white man. When they back get it to the wall, Salaki. When they back get backed up into the wall like a cat, see, this is what they run to. See, when they see that, finally see that they're in slavery and they nothing do about it, they run to this verse then. Oh, well, see, God put them in power. See, before then, they'll try to scapegoat it and make all kind of excuses and all kind of examples of how they not some slaves. Oh no, you know what? No, we can go anywhere we want to go. See, they gonna give all kind of excuses. But at the end of the day, when he lay down that law, and them eyes gonna open up and they gonna see, oh, you know what? The Lord did say, obey the so-called white man. See, it said, let every soul be in subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of God. The powers that be are ordained of God. He put the so-called white man over you Negroes, man. You ain't gonna run away. See, this is the thing that you gotta do. It says here in verse 2, verse 4, it says, for the rulers are not a terror to good works. See, if you ain't got good works, you is in trouble. But if you got good works, you ain't got to worry about the so-called white man. If you follow what the Lord is telling you to do, you ain't got to worry about the so-called white man. You is free in America. See, that's why they say the truth shall set you free in John 8:32, because once you get the truth, you ain't got to worry about the so-called white man because you doing the works. But if you want to follow his Christianity or his Muslim religion, talking about you ain't got to keep the laws and you ain't no Israelite, you is doing evil, and he gonna send them people to kick your behind. But I'm gonna pretty much leave it there. Negroes, you is in slavery, and you gonna be in slavery until the Lord say so. See, that's why he say, wait upon me, because he is coming to bring vengeance on the so-called white man. You ain't gonna run away from it either. See, you ain't getting away. You ain't gonna make his kingdom fall. You ain't stopping the time. See, you're gonna be trodden down till the time of the Gentiles is fulfilled. Until their time is up, you gonna be trodden down, and ain't nothing you can do about it. See, the only thing you can do is do good works, and you ain't got to be worried about them people, man. They not gonna mess with you. They gonna do help you for good. They gonna help you behind. See, if you obeying them laws and you doing what the Lord tell you to do, you gonna be at peace with all men on the earth, and you ain't got to worry about nobody. But if you want to be a hard-headed Negro and rebel against your people that's telling you the truth according to the word, then you gonna suffer. But I'm gonna leave it there. All praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.